viewers, welcome to Home Cooking with me, Hema Subramanian. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very tasty Andhra chicken masala. I have the ingredients here. Let's get started. I have about 5 onions that's been sliced, about 3 green chilies that's been slit. I have about 5 tomatoes that's been chopped. I have about 1.5 kilos of chicken here. I have some ginger garlic paste, some coriander powder, garam masala powder, chili powder, pepper, salt, whole spices. Here I have some cinnamon, some cloves, cardamom and some star anise, and a few curry leaves and coriander leaves. So first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix the chicken with the chili powder, ginger garlic paste and some salt. So roughly about 3 teaspoons of chili powder, some salt, not too much, and ginger garlic paste, 2 teaspoons should be enough. And we're going to make a paste, a masala paste, and we're going to rub this into the chicken pieces. I'm going to mix this nicely. So what I'm going to do now is rub the masala into the chicken pieces. So make sure all the pieces are coated nicely. So once you've done that, let it sit for about 5 minutes. So here I have the chicken that's been smeared in masala, and what I'm going to do now is cook the chicken first in a little water, and then we will saute the onions and the tomatoes, and then we will be adding the chicken to that masala later. So you have a pot here, just adding a little bit of water. So I'm just going to gently drop in the chicken pieces. So you can see that I haven't added too much of water, so the water is not actually covering the pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it, cover this pot with the lid and let the chicken cook. It needn't be completely cooked, because what we're going to do is we're going to again saute it with the rest of the masala. So make sure it's 3/4 cooked, and then you can turn off the stove, and then we'll do the next step. So now that's done. The next step will be sauteing the onions and the tomatoes and getting it, the next masala, ready. So while this is cooking, I'm going to get that started. So now what I'm going to do is saute the onions and the tomatoes. So just add about 2 tablespoons of oil. So first add the whole spices. To this I'm going to add the onions and the green chilies. So you can see the onions, we are sauteing the onions now, and the chicken is getting cooked on the other side simultaneously. It's cooking up beautifully, and all the masala is intact. So this particular chicken masala recipe is something that's very nice. It goes very well with maybe when you're having sambar or chicken curry. It's not too dry or doesn't have too much of masala, but yet it's got a lot of flavor and it's quite light at the same time. The onions are browning up beautifully, and the aroma of the whole spices is just gorgeous. I can get this lovely subtle aroma. The onions have browned beautifully. I'm going to add the tomatoes next. So you got to cook these tomatoes till they become nice and mushy. The chicken has been cooking for about 15 minutes now. So if you feel there's too much of water in the chicken, you can always open the lid, leave it open, let it evaporate. You don't want too much of water because it's a masala. You're going to anyway reduce it, and you have the tomatoes, which is going to give you a lot of gravy as such. So you wouldn't want too much of gravy in this. It has to be a nice thick masala. Alright, so here I think the chicken is almost 3/4 cooked. So I'm going to leave this liquid here, that's the stock, a little bit I've left, retained a little with the masala in it. So that's this gives you a nice punch. So you wouldn't want to completely dry it up, then it might become too dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of these masalas that I have here. Just a little pepper, not too much. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, about 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, about half teaspoon of garam masala. So you wouldn't want to add too much of these spice powders and overpower the actual flavor. I'm going to just transfer the chicken into the saucepan. That looks absolutely beautiful. So now you can see the masala is intact. It's beautifully coated all the pieces and it's given you that nice color. So now is a good time to check your seasoning. Make sure you have the right amount of salt, because you're going to close it and allow it to cook, because the chicken is only cooked 3/4. You haven't cooked it completely yet. So just adding a little salt. Now when the masalas have all blended in well with the chicken pieces, you can add the chopped coriander at this point to infuse the flavor of the fresh coriander. That looks beautiful. I'm going to reduce the flame a little bit, keep it on medium. So I'm going to close this and let it cook for about 10 minutes. So the chicken has been cooking for a while. It's cooked beautifully and I've seasoned it with a little salt. Now I'm going to add the curry leaves, mix it, just leave it for another minute or so and the chicken is ready to be served. You can see the masala, it's nice, beautifully coated all the pieces. So there you have this delectable Andhra chicken masala. Try it and send in your comments and feedback to homecooking@indiaandtracks.in.